So, as you know, the group The Chosen are multiple perpetrator stalkers who convert their targeting and stalking or surveillance based abuses into content, media, and publishing. This is what they call being in your energy. Surveillance is how they obtain energy. And energy is just something to push them forward, push their content forward, push their name forward, push their way of life forward, whatever gives them momentum, right? And in this network, the story is what gives these people momentum. They need stories for their sound bites. They need something to talk about 24/7 in order to hopefully go viral. So what they're looking for is stories to manufacture and stories to retell, right? So they target other people so that they can turn those people into their story, into their star. I'm one of those people that they've targeted. They've been targeting me since, well, the official targeting was for October 2021. Yeah, that's when they decided to do their weirdo sacrifice, because again, these are all nutters who believe that they're, they've sold their soul. I don't know. They have a religious meta narrative going on so that they can control people, basically, right? And because a lot of what they do is subversive. They're into subversion. This is a repression and a suppression group who operate subversively. So they're in the background doing everything covertly. And then they get online and they gaslight through their content, which is directed at the people they've targeted with surveillance abuse, okay? Some of the people that I was targeted by who are running around trying to doppelgang me and who are committing actual fraud in the real world are Empress Eva, a person who tried to doppelgang me in look, okay? Karmic Endings 1010, another person. So she was a bigger lady when she started out, and then through her obsession with me and trying to copy me, has lost a lot of weight. So all her selfies, every pictures, Empress Eva sort of stopped, but they would all sit there and try to doppelgang my photos, my private photos, by the way, because they hacked all my devices. And they would just continuously do this, try to compete with my private life. So they're sitting there watching on my hacked Wi-Fi and my hacked devices, and they would just compete with my private life. Any pictures that they saw, they would go take those pictures and try to compete with that selfie and then post it up on their YouTube or wherever they are. Whatever they see me, however I do my hair. Karmic Endings 1010, I can literally plot chart it. Every time that I would change my hair or change the hair color, she would come back and change hers. I can plot chart this shit. Empress Eva started out doing that stuff too. Like, I don't even know how you could do that. Like, how do you exist as a woman who sits there and just consumes another woman's identity? How do you show your face? How do you hang out with your other girls? Like, how are your girls not looking at you like you're gone, off your rocker, a space cadet, zoinked out? Nobody says anything to you, and that's most likely because they don't actually like you. They don't actually love you. People who love you correct you, okay? Nobody wants to correct these chicks because nobody loves them. Nobody cares about them. They're just letting them basically jump off a cliff. And because they're all followers, if one jumps off a cliff, they all jump off a cliff. So yeah, so that's what they do. The Chosen are a surveillance-based Ponzi. They are the ones who are multiple perpetrator stalking people. I've been stalked since, for at least a good 5 years. And they just sit there and they consume my identity and they exploit it and they monetize it. But all of these people are about to get busted because they're actual fraudsters. Like, they commit crimes. Everything you hear them talk about is what they themselves are doing, committing, and participating in. The Chosen and Twin Flame Universe and the coaches like Sam Vaknin and Richard Grannon are multiple perpetrator stalkers, and this is a mixed reality gaming or hyper gaming that they do of people they're jealous, envious of, and want to be like, or just want to sabotage. I don't know. They get a weirdo fixation on these people and they won't leave them alone. Okay, so that's what it is.